So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a game called West of Loathing, which some of you may be familiar with, as it caused a bit of a stir when it came out a few years ago, as being an absolutely and utterly ridiculous stick-person ancient Western comedy game of absurdity. And I saw it played a while ago, a few years ago, thought this looked like really good fun, never had the opportunity to play it, and suddenly realised I have the perfect opportunity to play it now. So here we are. I thought I would play it for all of your entertainment. I do not remember this. What does this do? This increases my reward for something. What does this do? Oh, this allows me to change myself into different people. I could be Bird McGee, Leon Hatfield, what a fantastic name, Leo Rogers, Jane Hit-OK. What bizarre names? What does this do? Nothing. None of these things seem to do anything. Right, let's just go for some random person. Can I actually change these names myself? Yes, I can. Oh, right, let's pick some properly excellent name for my character. Oh, God. I was trying to get this at 1,000 meat, like when you fill your petrol up and you try and make it cost exactly £50. But never mind, I've screwed that up, but never mind. Wanted for protagonising, Sticky McThin is going to get on with this. Player Sticky McThin. You ready to get going? Not really, but you know, we're going to try anyway and see what inevitably goes wrong. I had the strangest dream last night. I was choosing a character class. I was a cow puncher, which looks more like a cow flamethrower, a bean slinger, which is more of a very, very terribly CGI'd children's magician, or a snake oiler, which seems to involve shooting bottles of things. I'm going to go for this one because he has a hat similar to the one that I actually own. Snake oilers rely on their moxie and chutzpah to tame snakes, their fearlessness to extract potent oils from these snakes, and their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from these oils. You've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everybody needs potions and hope in these dark days, and also out west is where all of the best snakes lives. Good. Good, so I'm going to be a snake whisperer, am I? Can I be a cow whisperer? Cow punchers solve their problems with their fists, and whether it's shaking them at a disagreeable fella in a disreputable saloon, or using them to punch a slightly more disagreeable fella in a slightly less reputable saloon. You've heard that cow punchers are in high demand in the West since the cows came home, which tends to reason the cows aren't going to punch themselves after all. Absolutely not. They haven't got the bendable legs in order to get them hooves into their faces. You can't really punch with a hoof anyway, because you can't make it into a fist. Those poor cows, they need our helps. Magic and cooking are inexorably intertwined in Loathing, and the bean slinger is the mystical master of both. You've heard there's a shortage of cooks out west since the cows came home, mostly due to the cooks having been brutally killed by the cows. Oh goodness, what fun this is going to be. I honestly don't know what to go for. I'm going to go with this one, simply because it's talking about selling stuff. And in RPGs, which if I remember correctly is mostly what this sort of is, RPGs I do tend to go for the folks that are good at selling stuff, because I like being rich. So yes, let's go for a snake oiler for no particularly good reason. This is me! How convenient that I've written this up on the wall. This weird poster appeared one night. Did it? Appeared due to a very convenient and pleasing game developer, perhaps. You read the spine of one of your books, Bear's Danger and the Incident of the Forgotten Outhouse. If there was an incident in the outhouse that merited the writing of an entire book, and perhaps even the giving of a nickname like Danger, I would sincerely hope that it was forgotten, not written about. The Secret of the Grisly Woods. I remember this one. Wahona Brown and the Forgotten Hospital. Mother gave me this one a few years ago. The Adventures of Vulture Ship. I loved that one. Marge Bobbsey and the Secret of Cabot Hospital. You seem to have a lot of favourites. Goodbye, desk. Okay, do you say goodbye to all of your inanimate objects when you leave for work in the morning? Okay. You comb your hair one last time and gain an experience point. Progress towards the next skill level. Oh, alright then. Hello, Russell, how are you doing? I'm going to miss you. You're a man of few words, aren't you, Russell? Feed Russell a cricket. You grab a cricket from your cricket bag, that piece of equipment that no man's wardrobe is complete without, and he coos appreciatively and nuzzles your hand. Goodbye, Russell, and be good. Nearly renamed you Richard then. Sorry about that. Can I go back to bed, have another little sleep? Goodbye, bed. Time to head west to chase my real dreams. Oh, of course. How stupid of me. I completely forgot that's what we were supposed to be doing. Nothing on the hat rack today. Oh, I suppose all the hats are being worn. What a mess. Let's stack some firewood. There we go. Good to know I'm a tidy sort. I might be a ruffian, but at least I am tidy. You're going to Mithers Others cooking. You're going to miss Mother's cooking. I'm going to miss the ability to speak as well. It's Mother's pie safe and keeps all of her pie safe. Well, it would be none of those things if it didn't encase my mother's pies and keep them safe. You'll miss meals with the family. What can we have in here? Your little brother's room, which is why I'm going to invade it and steal his stuff. Of course I am. Of course I am. I'd forgotten that's what disreputable fellows. Maybe I'm the disreputable fellow being pushed in the disreputable saloon. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. Über die Ansel die Paramzielzi unter inner Guberina Grus. I have no idea what he's talking about. No, neither do I, Mr. McThin. You pick up one of your brother's weird books and flip through it. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. This is about math. Well, then I should be good at it, except I'm not. You pick up another weird book, Tacitus Logico Philosophiochius. How many different languages do you need to learn about numbers? Oh dear, brother's toy box. What do we have? Stuff like this. Oh, some sort of box. Some sort of toy box. What have we got here? I have a puzzle cube. What's this? This is one of your brother's weird puzzles. Fiddle with it. I'm going to fiddle. I don't think I should really be fiddling with my infant brother's things, but never mind. Your brother already had it most of the way solved, but you managed to figure out the last couple of moves, which is probably the only reason I was able to figure out the last couple of moves, but hey-ho, I did a good thing. So tidy. Can I rummage through the rest of his things? It's covered in weird diagrams and charts. Ah, an architect, it would seem. Right, well, I'd better stop my career of larceny before it gets too bad and run away. No time to screw around the woods. Time to head west. Oh, of course, north, east, south, west. I need to go that way. I probably should have picked up on that a little bit sooner. But unlike Sticky McThin, I'm quite thick. Your mother smiles warmly as you approach. I'm leaving now, Mother. I'm going to miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I've got you a present. I should also state, yes, this game is set in the ancient west of America. No, I am not going to do a Texan drawl of all of the different voices, because that would be extremely offensive to my American audience, so you'll forgive me if I don't do that. A present? Please tell me it's not a punch. Yes, the book you wanted for Crimbo. I know it's early. Well, yes, it is. It's still September. Never mind. The one about picking locks. Oh boy. The one about desert survival, or the one about bartering. I probably we were talking about bartering before, so let's go for that one. That's the one. Enjoy it. Mind your meat. Kitty Arnold, a fantastic name for a book. Please be careful out there and write us a letter when you can. I will, Mother. Goodbye. Oh, tear-felt. Not reunion. The opposite of a reunion. This book is the guide to making the most of your meat by getting the best possible deal on every single thing that you buy. Gives you the Dickorin skin. I've forgotten how absurd all the names in this game are. You read the book from cover to cover and learn, among other things, that its cover price is way too high. You get a skill of Dickorin. After you're done reading it, you use your new profound skill to pawn it off to a wide-eyed rube. Probably me, knowing my traditional experience with money. And you gain 60 meat. Oh yes, which if I remember correctly is the currency of all things in the world. That would appear to be the currency. And I have nothing on. Including no trousers. That must have made my hug with my mother very, very awkward. Never mind. What have I got on my character sheet? Is this where I can find my ability to dicker in? Yes, here, indeed. I have my ability to dicker things, and I dread to even think what that involves. I dread to think what it is I'm trading in order to get lower prices on my purchases. Your father morosely jabs at the haystack. That hat doesn't fit you, father. I'll grow into it. Idiot. Yes, well, perhaps it's best I leave. I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. I'm sorry. What? This is the briefcase you keep your favourite snakes in, except for all of the rubbish snakes, which I keep in a small sack that I attach to my heel. Venom level 3 and medicine level 3. Thanks. I think. Good luck out there. Be sure to say goodbye to your mother. I did. Thank you. Thank you, Father. It's a haystack. Dig through it. And I found a needle in a haystack. What a surprise. Your brother Rufus is standing here looking nervous. He's pretty good at looking nervous. Again, reminds me of myself. Give him his puzzle back. You hand him his puzzle and he starts to fidget with it, trying to undo all of the damage that I did a minute ago. It's time for me to head west now, but I still don't understand why you're leaving. He's got a point, you know. Why are you going to go west? To help people, to seek my fortune, or to get off this stupid farm. I want to make lots of money so we can afford a big house that actually, you know, has a room for mother and father and they don't have to sleep on the floor. But, you know, there's a lot of opportunity out here. I'm going to make something of myself. I got to go where I can make some meat. But it's dangerous. 60% of the people who go west within a year get killed within a year. And that statistic was before the cows came home. Well, I've always been in the 1% of most stupid people in the room, but I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You worry about taking care of mother and father, and I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. What I think, I still think you'll be dead by Crimbo. Of course I will. What a lovely Christmas present that would be, having my corpse paraded through the house. You give him a playful punch on the arm, and hopefully don't break his neck. Good thing I didn't choose to be a cowpuncher. Go west, young man. Well, I don't see anything else to do with my afternoon. Hitching a ride across the Great Plains. On what, precisely? A lot of weird, feathery rubies, I suppose? Oh well, it's a way to travel. Presumably I got a discount on my dickering skill. Whatever that involves. And I really don't want to know what it involves. Particularly given that the man who's giving me this ride seems to be, quite elderly. And I was described as a young man. There's a lot of connotations here that I don't want to think about. You skipped a credit sequence where your character rode a turnip cart across the Great Plains into the sleepy town of Boring Springs. Here are the highlights. I'm sorry. I have a busy day, alright? I can't afford to do massive amounts of editing. Hi, friend. How are you today? Don't walk into the cactus. Hi, friend. What? I said I can. I don't know what you said, mate. I didn't get time to read half of it. You want to know a secret? Well, too bad. I'm not going to tell you. Oh, goodness. I now have a turnip. A dusty turnip. The best kind. Dirtwater, 300 miles. 300 miles is too far to go on foot. You shall need a horse. The BS horsery. Oh, I'm sure it's wonderful. The sign on the door reads, "Gone Drinking." How does that not surprise me? A chunk of wood is broken from the hitching post. I'd better grab it. Now I have a broken board. I'm guessing it's possibly fallen off this world's first wind turbine? I don't know. If you'd stop walking into stuff, including I dread to even think what these things are. It's a bar, a sheriff, and a trade with a man with a hammer and a very tall hat. Step right up and step right up. Braid is the name and trade is the game. You seriously doubt that his name actually is Braid, but nonetheless. Howdy, Braid. What are you trading? Well, I am trading a lock for a soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnakes' hides, well, to that adventurous soul, I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. I feel like there's a lot I could learn from this guy, but it seems like he gets some free dynamite by offering my dickering abilities. Oh, gosh. I was really hoping this was going to be, like, peaceful and, you know, relaxed and fun and a little bit family-friendly rather than all of the monsters and demons that we normally deal with, but it would seem not. Never mind, allow me to dicker my way into some dynamite. I must admit you drive a hard bargain, but I find your terms acceptable. And now I have some dynamite. I don't think I need any more dynamite, but I'll come back if I ever find a bit of soap. Though, to be honest with you, if I found a bit of soap, I'd probably use it to wash, given the average hygiene standards of... I don't remember you, mate. I don't remember you. You approach the weird Cactus Man hybrid, and he smiles at you. Hello, Cactus Man. Hello yourself. Bill is the name. Cactus Bill. have to wonder if that's a coincidence. What happened to you, Bill? Well, to be honest, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Alice warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. And that's why they called you Cactus Bill. No, oh, it is just a coincidence. Does it hurt? Does what hurt? You know, being a cactus. Oh, no, it's actually kind of nice. The natural fermentation process inside the cactus part of me keeps me pretty drunk most of the time. It gets a mite boring. It doesn't sound like a bad life, if admittedly you don't ever get to go anywhere. But hey, they say plants move a little bit. So maybe he does get to walk around a bit. Yes, I bet it is a bit boring. It wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or nothing, do you? No, unfortunately I don't. Well, if you happen to find one, keep me in mind. I will... Sadly, the other bloke wasn't trading one, but never mind. Some loose dirt. I probably shouldn't stand on this. It's case of quicksand and I get myself killed. No, you're not allowed in Topica anymore, remember? No, I don't. But after all of the dickering, I can imagine why. Is this the Doc Alice they were talking about before? It would seem I'm not very welcome here. Very well. None of these other cactuses are people, are they? We'll come back to the sheriff in a minute. Let's see if we can find the man who's gone drinking. This is adorable music. As you walk into the saloon, the crazy-eyed guy sitting in the left of the door shrieks and waves at you to get your attention. Hey, where's your hat? Dag nabbit. Well, you can't drink here without a hat. Tain't proper. He points to a take a hat, leave a hat box near the door. Check out the box. You look through the hat box and find a battered derby. That looks like the kind of thing you'd wear. Oh, I don't know what that one. Ah, excellent. I look like I've had a small raccoon sit on my head, but never mind. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete. He gives you a friendly, if admittedly twitchy nod. Say, fella. Yes. Giddy on. I've already done many terrible trades. I dread to think what this bloke wants me to do. You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to buy a dictionary and come along with you. Just let me know. Well, no pressure. Yeah, I'm sure there isn't, from a crazy man that I've only known for 5 seconds but immediately wants to tie his life to mine. I didn't realise I was so attractive. Alright, I'll keep you in mind, as I never ever go there ever again in my entire life. Hi friend, are you the man that went drinking? Perhaps, perhaps not. The two were playing poker, or at least they were trying to. They keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck, biting their lips and concentrating real hard. Can I play a game? I like playing poker. They look at you nervously. Yes, well, I am a pretty intimidating sort, aren't I, with this cat that's fallen asleep on my bumps. Look, I have some meat. Let's play. Yeah, get you on. There's a lot of stuff that's going on with me losing my trousers, though, isn't there? Though, mind you, I haven't gotten in the first place, so to be honest with you, it's quite hard for me to hide that fact. Yeah, I'll play some. You put 20 meat on the table and sit down before they can say no. One of them shuffles the cards sloppily and then deals. And do you mean they just don't do it very well, or do you mean they're dribbling everywhere? Because both of those are not very good situations. Deals a new round. You get a pair of 10s plus a 2 and a 3 and a 5. Okay, I'm used to playing poker with a hand of 3, but never mind. Bet conservatively, or bet aggressively. I'm bet crazily. Wow, I wish I could do that. I'm going to go for aggressively. They look at each other nervously, but they both call your bet. Read them on... Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about whether my cards were any good or not before I put my bet down. You show your pair of 10s, plus the 2-3 king. The guy on the left had a full house, 2 jacks and 3 aces, and the gal on the right had a straight flush. What? 2 through 6 and hearts. I don't think that means I win. I'm pretty sure a pair is not as good as either of those things. I'm not very good at playing poker. But I'm gonna hornswoggle you, whatever the hell that meant. You explain that jacks are worth 9 points each, giving the guy on the left a total of 21 points on the guy on the right 20, and you 25 plus a king. And the king represents... Oh, hey, look over there. They look, and when you look back, they don't notice the 10 meat missing from each of their piles. You can let your winnings and stand up, and they thank you for helping them learn the game. Well, I taught them the reality of the situation. You play poker, you get swindled. Excellent. I now have 110 meats. Brilliant. Can I, what's in here? Oh, this is all my turnip. What? A turnip covered in grit. Increase your muscle, mysticality, and moxie. What a phrase. By 1 for the rest of the day. Hang on a minute. I've just realised this is my weapon, isn't it? Speak softly and carry a crude stick. Oh gosh, I don't know if I want to eat a turnip. I want to eat something decent, like, you know, a pork pie or something. Right, who else have we got here? You already have a hat. What would you do with two? Wear different hats on different days. You're asking this to a man that owns about 20 different suits? That's a dangerous question, my friend. It's locked. Pick the lock requires lock picking. Oh, that's probably what I needed Mother's book for. You're alright, mate. You look like you might be a horseman. Hello, I'm Sticky. Oh, goodness sake. I didn't even realise that when I wrote it in, but I'm literally just describing myself with all of the other descriptions about things that I did to get a free ride off an old man. The concept of saying, hello, I'm Sticky, kind of takes on a fresh meaning. But I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm the town hostler. I haven't got a clue what that means. I'm the town horse selling guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. How's horse selling working out for you? Oh, the horses are just flying out the door. So business is booming. Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. I haven't saw one in ages. Oh, is that why you're here drinking instead? Yeep. And me in here drinking instead of watching the horses probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Oh gosh, I'd forgotten how ridiculous this game is. Well, I'm in need of a horse. You haven't any left. One, kind of a boring one. It's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come and see me at the stable. I'll be able to show it to you. That doesn't sound like a very exciting horse. You walk up to the bar and wait patiently for the bartender to notice you, despite the fact there's no other customers here. While you're waiting, you read a sign that on the back wall reading "Reward for lost mugs, 25 each." The bartender finally notices you after about 7 hours of awkwardly standing there. Again, I didn't realise how personal this game was going to get with me and my past. Howdy, cowboy. Howdy, barkeep. The name's Sticky. What brings you to our little backwater? Looking for work and money, I suppose. Came out west to make my fortune. Not having much luck so far. Any work around these parts? Unfortunately, Boring Springs already has more people in it than jobs. As far as in much of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up in Dirtwater. I don't like the sound of the hygiene standards in Dirtwater, but let's hear about it anyway. Let's hear the sales pitch. It's interesting. Far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law, but not so far west that it's been burned to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunity there. He pauses for a few seconds, lost in thought. Yeah, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself. So what sort of errands have you got besides the cups? This forsaken burg has always fallen apart in one way or another. The hostler's always needing help since he hurt his leg, and that no-account sheriff is certainly stand to have somebody doing his job for him. Much else going on? We'll have a goblin loose in the basement. Some cowpoke from the gulch didn't wait his boots off and got spores everywhere. I can probably handle all of a goblin. Can I? I mean, I'll try. I'll die in the process, but believe me, I'll try. Much obliged. I'll lock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this, some weak fungicide. Okay. I'll take that with me, I will. Okay. Giddy up. Hi! Hi, friend. Pile of old newspapers. Ah! Maybe I can go and give one to Cactus, whatever his face was, names. A crate of Nurse brand whiskey, good for what ails you, assuming what ails you is, well, nothing. What are you doing, mate? Would you kindly stop rubbing your feet on the ceiling? I guess we never established your age. Good thing the legal drinking age here can reach the top of the bar. Nurse brand whiskey. Excellent. Is there anything else in this room I can look at besides you? I don't think so. The goblin shouts, "Bree! Yarg!" Okay, you want to have a discussion about cheese, it would seem. I suppose we'll get into a fight. Got the jump on him. Oh yes, okay, so this is the combat, if I remember correctly, and I can select different weapons. I don't want to give up, don't do that. Pull a snake out of your briefcase and deploy it to your side of the battlefield. Oh, so I can get a friend. Deal 5 damage and apply 5 poison damage. How much health is he? He has 25 points of health, that sounds like quite a lot. Shoot or bash him. But if I bash him, he'll probably come back. Actually, I should use this, wouldn't I? This will deal 25 damage to the target, assuming that the target is a goblin. Yes. Do that thing. Aerosol canisters are very dangerous, so do be careful. But kitty Having dispatched the goblin, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Excellent. I didn't realise. I didn't realise I had an audience. Looking at some of my statistics, you'd think I didn't. Right, never mind. That's the end of the goblin. I have succeeded in my errands. What? Ooh, I didn't get time to read that. Good to see you again, Sticky. And you tip your hat to the bartender. I took care of the goblin in the basement. Thank you kindly. I know a stand-up fella. The moment you walked in here, he reaches under the bar and grabs a bag of meat. Is that like a dripping bag of bloody meat, or is it like cooked burgers or something? Because there's a big difference there. Definitely. Giddy aunt. Here you go. It's the least I can do in my way of thanks. Tip your hat again. Who's the lady drinking with whiskey out of the beer mug? Oh, is that the lady I passed? That's Susie. She's a Roger from nearby. A real tough broad. I ain't recommending you pester her. Why is that? She lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Ow. I'm still going to go and talk to her because that's how much of an expert I am at social situations. Hi, Susie. Howdy, cowboy, who's going to be searching the spittoon for his teeth in a minute if we don't leave me in peace. Okay, bye. Sorry. You do mention... Just thought I'd say hello. Yeah, well, mission accomplished, I reckon, indeed. Can I look for somebody else's teeth? It's a spittoon. People spit in it. You know this without even looking in it, that it's already disgusting. I'm going to look at it anyway, I suppose, though. Yep, it's full of spit. Regular spit, gross tobacco spit, chewing gum, and not even a few teeth as well, courtesy of Susie, one presumes. It's disgusting, and the smell, even from a distance, it feels horrible. But, you know, we're going to cut that distance in half, I suppose. You're now on your hands and knees peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what's wrong with you. Oh, gosh. A lot, mate. A lot is wrong with me, as is very self-evident to anyone that's ever spent more than 3 seconds around me. Wait, is there something shining at the bottom? I think that's a hallucination brought on from all the filth that's encrusted your brain. But never mind. You reach in your hand towards the gross spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air, like a greasy fog enveloping this stinking brass horror. It smells like a vomit trough at a mosquito barbecue eating concert. You hesitate. Never surrender. You plunge your hand into the awful soup and it makes a sound like glop. Your skin is burning and your eyes start to water. Your fingers make contact with something and you pull your hand out of the devil's tureen slowly, not daring to risk splashing the contents all over yourself, except it's probably burned its way into your bloodstream by this point and going straight round your body. You appear to have gotten some kind of ring. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations. Hooray. Though getting this ring was traumatic, you have to admit it was worth it. That looks good. That's like a whole level up, I think. Can I put that on? Oh, I did that already. Good for me. I'm so glad to see I'm so ready for this. Not you again. Who? Me? Ooh, I say a lot of things. For instance... Concern it's a metal horse thieves drew a moustache on mule. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bye-bye. Can I give this man the newspaper? Did you bring me something to read? I did. You give him the newspaper you found in the basement of the sploon. Saloon. That's what you start calling it by the end of the evening. Much obliged, partner. Now, let's see here. What can I do to return the favour? I know, my shovel. I left it behind the outhouse at the Orehole Mine. Don't mispronounce that. It's yours if you want to go and get it. I'm sure you'll find a use for it. Thanks. Behind the outhouse at Orehole Mine. Thanks, Cactus Bill. Don't mention it. Now, if you could just kind of stick that newspaper to my face before you leave. That is a wonderful image. That is a wonderful, wonderful image. I absolutely love it. I didn't get any soap, did I? No, I didn't. I did step in that, though. Hi again. I see you've gone the entire way around the world and come back, and you still haven't sobered up yet. How does that not surprise me? Can I go searching for more? Yes, I can. I can find more needles in here. Hello, Mr. Horse. Or Mrs. Horse. Alright, alright, alright. I'm sorry I assumed your gender. Kindly stop trying to murder me. This is the most typical horse you've ever seen. That doesn't suit me. I need to I need a much more interesting voice than that. Afternoon, sir. What can I do for you? I don't know why I've suddenly started doing an accent. It's about the fact that I promised not to do those. How's business? Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. Tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible because all of my horses keep running away, except for this completely ordinary one. And you wouldn't know that because I didn't tell you that 30 seconds ago at the bar or anything. I must have been drinking heavier than I thought. I'm hallucinating. That's rough. Maybe I can help. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. I'd go for it myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meat for finding each one. How many are there? 3. Here, let me see your map. I didn't realise I had one of those. Let's pretty much always run away to the same places. He draws 3 little pictures on your map. Or whole mine. Oh, good, and together. Anyway, you discover a new map location, the Boring Springs Boneyard. And the Thousand Snake Gulch. That sounds like my kind of place, with my grandmother's briefcase of reptiles. Because eventually these things will make sense to me and be normal, but for the time being they kind of aren't. I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Finally, somebody saying what we all were thinking. Here, when you find one, feed them some of these oats, and these should send them right back here. A bag of homing oats. Please tell me I shouldn't eat these. Brimley's location-aware oats. They're healthy and expeditious. We'll send the hostler's horses back to him. Can I eat those? Please. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Ah, with homing pigeons in them. Funny. Okay, will do. See you later. Please, can I eat those? Can I eat those? Can I eat those? No, I can't. It would seem my character has some semblance of sense. Okay, right. What? Make your own damned guide to Boring Springs and its environs. Okay, you don't need to be mean. It's just... Hang on a second. This is just a piece of paper that I can draw on, isn't it? Oh, well, okay, right, let's go somewhere. Let's go to the Bone Yard and already slightly forget that we came, slightly regret that we came here. Our founder, Zephaniah Boring, is actually a really interesting guy. I'm sure he was. What a lovely man. Benjamin Crockett, 1320 to 1364. He shut up way too early. Oh gosh, yeah, like 500 years too early. There's a dirty mug here. Oh, good. I can return that and get some money in. Hi. You seem most displeased about something. I'll come back to you in a minute. Brigadier Skelton, captain of the 3rd Cavalry. This grave is really noisy. Oh, is that where the noise is coming from? I thought it was coming from you. A skeleton. You're not getting past it without a scuffle. Oh no, I'm literally not getting past it without a scuffle. Okay then, I suppose I'll have to have a real fight this time. 10 hit points. Okay, that seems a bit more reasonable. A snake whip. I didn't realise that's what it was before. But yeah, I'll whip it. I'll whip it out. Immune to poison? What do you mean he's immune? Oh, well, yeah, I suppose he doesn't technically have, like, any biology, so he wouldn't be immune to poison, would he then? Right, I've had enough of that. Just die. And in those 5 seconds... I like that sound. It's very satisfying. In those 5 seconds, Sticky McThin has a better accuracy ratio than I have in the 12 shooters we've played on this cursed thing. The skeleton collapses into a pile of loose bones. Kind of begs the question what was holding it together in the first time. In the first place, even. My glamour. What's that? Glamour level 2. Glamour is your appreciation for the finer things in life. As it increases, you'll be able to consume more cocktails. You'll also be able to afford them. What you're trying to tell me is that cheaper people, is that beautiful people get cheap booze. Okay, I guess that makes sense for the investment of plastic surgery, but never mind. 20% meat gains, 5% item finding bonus, and 1 liver capacity. I don't remember anything about liver. Liver capacity determines how many alcoholic drinks you can handle before you have to sleep it off. Your stomach determines how much food you can eat before you need a nap. Also, you can't take naps, you can only go to sleep for an entire night. Well then, why do you bother telling me this? And my spleen. I didn't even know humans had a spleen. Your spleen capacity determines how many potions you can use in a day. I see. That makes a bit of sense. Not really, but I'm just going to say that anyway. Hello. Your pulse quickens as you get near the spooky, translucent horse. Love at first sight. Or love at first nay, it would seem. You approach the weird, semi-transparent horse cautiously, so as not to startle her. Though you come quickly to the realization that this is not a horse that startles easily. Hello there, I'm a friend, okay? That's all strange. How did you do that without opening your mouth? Pat her on the nose. You pat the horse's nose, which is very cold. If you were going to ride her, you would want an extra saddle blanket to keep your bum from freezing. That sounds like an excellent plan. Although, to be honest with you, having a very cold horse in a desert would be lovely. It would keep you nice and cool in the hot sun. Pat her on the nose again. Yep, still cold. Yeah, okay, I kind of get the idea. Let's try with the oats then. Here you go, girl, have some oats. You hand a handful of oats to the horse, but it just sort of stares right through you. Please don't look at me like that, you're making me feel quite disturbed. You hold up the oats again, but the horse continues to ignore you. What's the matter? Are they not spooky enough? I'm not sure how to make oats spooky. I guess I could put some bone meal on them, but I don't have any of those handy to grind up with bones. Grave dirt? Is that a yes? Weird, but okay. Add some grave dirt to the oats. You sprinkle the oats with just a little bit of grave dirt and hold them out again. The horse gazes expressionlessly at them and then wolfs them down. And with that, she glides away in the direction of town. Good. Mission accomplished. I'm glad to see that my character has better solutions for these things than I do, because there's no way I would have worked that out on my own if it were a puzzle. Timothy and Elizabeth Cochrane, beloved father, daughter, and a baby. Okay, we've gone from ridiculous to dark. Okay, right, I think we're all sorted here. Let's go somewhere else before I get too horribly depressed. Let's go here, because we need to get the spade, don't we? Which I think they said was behind the outhouse. Yes, this is where Cactus Bill said to look behind the outhouse. He wasn't kidding. Not that this would have been a funny thing to kid about, I suppose. Very true, very true, very true. A device for turning the ground into holes. That is an amazingly apt definition of a shovel. I hope that's in the OED. Provides the option to dig in certain places. I didn't mean to do that, but never mind. What? This definitely does not bear closer scrutiny. Whatever you say. There's still some meat ore in this cart. Oh, yeah. Apparently we mine meat. Yes, we mine the meat. Of course we do. Oh good, and another dirty mug. Maybe we should have come here to get something spooky going on for the horse. It's instructions for the cargo elevator. Why do I get the impression these are going to be confusing? The mechanism is labelled Cargo Elevator Control, and a poster on the wall behind it reads, Level 1, Blast and Cap Storage. Level 2, Plungers, both kinds. Good, Nth would be worried, but don't worry. Level 3, Tools. Where do you want to send the elevator? I suppose I'll have a blasting cap. I don't really know what a blasting cap is, but never mind. Can I have one of those? These caps are all labelled with blasting caps. The period is part of the label, that's why it's in the quotes like that. Thanks for the English lesson. I'll have one of those, he says, pressing the wrong button. Dang it, looks like you need a crowbar to open one of the crates. Oh well, I'll probably find that somewhere else in here. Let's go and get a plunger, because I'm sure that would help. I really need to stop doing that. Can I get some more meat or... Yes, no, I can't. I can get an unrefined meat nugget. A chunk of mostly worthless rock shot through with veins of gristle and flesh and veins. Just sell it. How about just don't pick it up in the first place? Plungers. The sign lied. There's only the one kind. Oh, is that what you call them? I've just been calling them that thing that you press to make things go boom. But never mind. I'm glad to know that I have the technical term for these things, nails now. Speaking of nails, we need something to get rid of them, so that we can get ourselves a blasting cap, which presumably is going to be related to all of this. Hook up the plunger. Oh yeah, here we go. Fighting your instinct for self-preservation, you hook up the plunger and string it a fair distance away. That seems sensible. This makes you nervous. Don't I need one of these other things first? You press the plunger and nothing happens. Looks like you forgot to hook up a blasting cap. Ah. Good. Turns out I do have some brains. Well, clearly not, because I still tried anyway. It's a toolbox, but it's locked. If we open it, we manage to unlock the toolbox, but the meal is ruined in the process. Most of the tools are rusted away to nothing, but there's a pretty nice crowbar. Could I use that as a weapon instead of this board? Because that sounds like it would be more useful. Yes, I can. I can now bludgeon people with a crowbar. Because of course I can. Right, yeah, let's go back to the plastic case. I also have to ask, who's still down there and filling the elevator with the stuff that I request? But never mind. That's a question for another day. Right, we've got one of these. How do I attach the thing? I'm not sure I should be messing around with dangerous dynamite, but never mind. Okay, now you've succeeded in putting yourself in grave danger, we can push this button. No, we can't. Yes, we can. Boom. Quite. And now I can... How did you get in here? Who set up the dynamite after you got stuck in here? Never mind. Let's just get some more meat and get out of here. Looks like there might be something buried here. A shiny silver nugget. Oh. I thought you meant like a chicken nugget. Never mind, I got a bit confused then. You see the dark horse? Barely. Approach her. Hey there, it's okay, I'm a friend. Winnie. The horse shies away from you, though in this case it's more like it cripplingly introverts away from you. Could this game stop with the personal attacks on my childhood? Reassure the horse, however the hell you do that. Oh come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poisoned or anything. In retrospect, that probably wasn't a very comforting thing to say. No. No, it wasn't. How about a little pat on the nose instead? Reach out and pat her nose. The horse ducks and steps further back into the shadows. Oh, come on, grab some oats. Take a handful of oats out of the bag and hold them out to her. Here you go. Yum yum. She sidles away from you wearily and makes a surprisingly good attempt at hiding her own shadow. Oh, come on. I have to eat. Well, I did want to eat them earlier, so I don't know why I'm complaining about the fact that I can eat them now. Look, they're fine, okay? You see? Take a handful from the bag and toss them into your mouth. Ugh, it's like the roughest, blandest breakfast cereal I've ever eaten, but it's still better than dried cat food. Don't even ask. I've never actually eaten cat food. Why did I preface that? Why did I think that you thought I was weird enough to have tried that? Probably because of everything else that's happened over the past 9 days worth of footage I've given you. You smile to show the horse that you're fine and realise that you've unconsciously turned around and walked out of the door. These things are powerful. The horse looks at you wary as you re-enter with a cheerful wave. See? I'm perfectly fine. You want to eat them now? You take a handful of oats and hold them out, but she sidles. Oh, kitty yarns. Come on, please tell me I don't have to eat more of them. The horse finally seems relaxed enough around you, so you offer her the handful of oats. Wearily, begrudgingly, she eats them and then gestures at something behind you. When you turn around, you don't see anything, but by the time you look back, she's gone. Oh dear. How does a horse gesture? What gestures would horses do if they could gesture? I don't know. Right, let me go back to the boneyard, because I've realised now that I've got the spade, this looks like the same sort of hole that we had before, so now I can dig up the grave of the Brigadier skeleton. Oh. Okay, I didn't realise he was going to be this, alive, but never mind. The poison damage doesn't seem to do much, so I'm going to wallop you with a crowbar. Yep, that seemed to work. Ow! 8 points. That was a lot of damage. Can I use the dynamite? Ooh. You'll deal 20 damage to the target. Yes! I may need this dynamite desperately for something later, but I kind of desperately also need to kill this man, otherwise he's going to kill me. And I don't want to die too much in this game. You put a stop to the Captain Skeleton's unnatural animation. Muscle level 2. Muscle is a measure of how beefy you are. It impacts how much damage you do when you hit stuff and how much damage you take when you get hit. Oh, that makes sense. I should really focus on working that up then. Here comes the cavalry. Saber. Love. Yeah, anyway. Let's not get into a debate about Americans writing British writing. This was found on the ground for a very long time, and then in somebody's mouth for a really short time, and now it's in your backpack. Golden teeth. A short history of. Okay, that's good. I think we've got everything now. Okay, let's go to the Thousand Snake Gulch and fill up my briefcase, one presumes. These rocks look rather shiny. I now have a shiny rock, and I'm very proud of myself. Kitty yards. Oh no, not another fight. I'm not good at fighting people. These snakes look sleepy, but not that sleepy. Okay, I'm gonna hit a snake. Well, fight fire with fire. Fight a snake with a snake. And that did far more damage than I expected it to. You have slain a snake. Before long, they'll call you Slake Murdering Sticky. How about Snake Slaying Sticky? I think that sounds much better. I kind of regret naming myself Sticky now, but never mind. It was meant to be a joke about stick figures, not a joke about being covered in gump. But never mind. What's this? Deadeye level 2. You're a crack shot, but you can bullseye a bullseye at 300 paces. You can shoot a fish in a barrel, even if the fish is really small and the barrel is really big. That sounds quite fun. Okay, let's try again. Another snake? Well, I guess it wasn't called One Snake Gulch. It wasn't called Two Snake... Oh, gosh. It wasn't called Two Snake Gulch either, but they don't seem to be doing much damage, so, let's... Well, again, yeah, it seemed to work last time. Let's whip him with a snake. Good. Oh, yes, and the poison damage. Finally, we've actually found something to do a little work on. Oh, gosh. Right, whip him again. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, have I run out of action points? Yes, I think I have. That's not good. Let's just shoot him. With my imaginary pistol. Do I not have a gun? Is that the problem? Excellent. Collected 2 venom and 2 medicine. That's good. Is that things I'm getting? Or not? Do I have a... No, I don't. I'm shooting, but I don't own a gun. Because I believe hard enough. I believe in myself, and that's all that counts? Question mark? No, if I could stop walking into things for 5 minutes. Oh, can't you stop biting my face, mate? This snake looks really angry. You can need every trick in the book to beat this one. I'm good at tricks. Oh no. How much health has he got? Probably lots. 20. Oh gosh. How do I know how many action points I've got? Oh well. There's still 10 damage, so it's going to get him halfway done. So let's go for that. I shouldn't have said he's going to get him halfway done. That's not going to sound right at all. Never mind. Let's just shoot him with my imaginary pistol again. Yes, I really need to find a gun. Like, seriously and desperately do I need to find a gun. I'm glad they've let me use the gun, even though I don't have one. It's like on loan or something. Right, let's finish him up with a wallop from a crowbar. Excellent. I broke his neck. Nice work. If this whole cowboy thing doesn't work out for you, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. I need to inspector them. Please don't go around inspecting snakes. Right. Oh gosh, I'm walking into more stuff. This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe he was another kind of crazy before. I get the distinct impression he's always been crazy, mate. It's all cool. It's all cool, right? Don't freak out on me. Let's look him in the eyes. That seems to be quite difficult. Let's try a pat on the nose. You carefully but gently pat the horse's nose. He twitches a little bit. Okay, a lot. But seems to recognise that one could eat his eyes or suck at his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that wild skull of his. I suppose now I have no option to try and look into his eyes. You calmly look into the horse's eyes. One of them is fixated in a glassy 1,000-yard stare, while the other is revolving madly in its socket like he's trying to... like it's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. He looks to be calming down a little now, and it's clear that you aren't actually made of spiders. Oh, God. Don't, you'll give me nightmares just thinking about that. Let's try some oats. I've got a little treat for you. You feed the crazy horse some of the homing oats, and he gallops off with a whinny, or rather a winargaragle. Hopefully he's headed home and not into the 12th dimension, along with Chaotica. Oh, goodness. Anything else here? It doesn't seem like it, just a lot of prickles. What? What? You don't have to walk all the way back over there by yourself. You can hit M or click on the map to travel quickly. Oh, right, I see someone's trying to teach me the science of efficiency. And you're still drunk, my friend. How does that somehow not surprise me? Okay, let me... What? Shovel it? I got mysticality. It's a nasty word, but somebody's got to do it. What is my mysticality? Affects the amount of damage you do with spells, and the amount of damage you take from spells and elemental attacks from bad guys. I didn't realise I could do spells. Well, what we've learned today is that if you are in need of learning to do magic, become a sewage clearer person. Now, why didn't J.K. Rowling go for that for Harry Potter? Let's just sort this out and be done with it. What's this? Why is there a picture of a pie? Gumption. This is your level of get up and get her done. We're not Larry the Cable Guy. The higher it is, the quicker you are. Oh, I see. That might mean that I can, like, take the first move in relationships. I don't know. Right, let's just deal with all of this. Yes, I can dig this up. Excellent. I've got another mug. Brilliant. I wanted to go with the mug playing the game. Right, we'll come back to the sheriff in a minute. How much time have we got? We're doing alright for time. I have some mugs. Yes, I found these mugs. They're sitting over there at a table. You hand over the recovered mugs and collect your bounty. Excellent. I am a bounty hunter for mugs. Of course I am. Right. I'm not going to go back in there. I'm just going to move on. The woman glares at you. Are you Susie Cochran? How do I know her surname? Thank you for asking the question on everybody's lips. I saw the graves in the cemetery. Oh, that was you. I'm very sorry for your loss. Susie scowls bitterly and mutters into her whiskey. I saw it happen, so the whole damn thing, I couldn't do nothing about it. The bartender said it was the cows? Cows, right. I don't know what those things are, but they ain't cows. Not anymore. What happened? There was a raid. See, Ma and Pa used to own a cattle ranch back before they came home. Pa didn't make it, but Ma and I managed to rebuild. We ranched pigs instead, and she left the place when she passed. Go on. Well, I guess the passing herd sniffed out that it used to be a cow ranch and they attacked a couple of days ago. Happened so fast. Didn't even time to get my rifle out of the gun safe. Cows smashed in the front door, fire started at the back by the root cellar, and the house went up in blazes, just like that. What did you do? Well, there wasn't anything I could do. I couldn't get upstairs to the kids because of the fire. I saw Tim trampled right in front of me. She drains her glass. I ain't wanted to talk about it no more. Again, I thought this game was cheerful and happy. I'd forgotten it had horrifying tragedies in it. She refills her mug from a bottle on the bar and doesn't reply. What will you do now? Head west, I suppose. Nothing keeping me here, and no desire to stay. I can't leave without my rifle, though. Why not? It was Ma's rifle. It's all I've got left of anybody. Where is it? Left at the ranch like a damn fool. Listen, can I ask you a favour? I need someone to get it for me. Of course I will. Susie shows you on the map where her ranch is, and you've discovered a new location, Cochran Ranch. Okay. Should we go and meet the sheriff? Yep, he certainly seems like he's a really busy bloke. Right, never mind. I think that wanted for bird theft, naked Mike Bernstein. Oh no, I think that might be me, given my, given my inability to find where the heck I put myself due to my lack of clothing. That's probably me. That's probably me under a different alias. Help wanted. Wanted. Poster artist. Apply in person at Yummer Marshall. So, oh, funny. A wanted poster for a poster artist. That's funny. Wanted. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. Oh, gosh. Oh, the 1700s equivalent of Hush from Batman, I suppose. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, never mind. I think that is enough. We'll deal with the horses and Susie Cochran's rifle and all of the rest of it in the next episode. And speaking of next episodes, with the exception of the next episode, which I'm going to record right now, for the rest of this series, which is going to be a slight change to how we've done series in the past, I'm going to record an episode, wait for it to be uploaded and see what people think, and if you want to give any feedback or suggestions or that kind of thing before I then record the next one, instead of recording the entire game without any input from you, because that way it makes it a bit more fun and interactive. No, I know what you're thinking, but Phil, this is the same way that everybody else has been doing this kind of thing for over a decade. Yes, it is, but in case you've noticed, I'm late to catch on to things, hence why I'm playing this game now about 4 years after it came out. But never mind. That is the beginning of West of Loathing. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.